Hello Pisces, this is your June 2022 love and general forecast. Okay, I was going to say 2021 then, I don't know what's going on. Well, I'm making this video while Mercury is retrograde, so that's probably what's going on. We are joined by Valentine the cat. Here she is, she's ready. She's an Aquarius, but you know, who knows what she's got rising. Pisces, 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 what do you need to know? We're using the Lightseers Tarot, and if this resonates, there'll be an extended reading as normal, and that link will be in the description box. Okay, Pisces. Oh, okay, we've got some out. Ready to rumble. Gosh, that one's a bit lively. Pisces. What do we need to know? Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Cards feel a little bit cagey. Ooh. Which they don't normally for Pisceans. Pisceans, oh, got a really creaky old chair, sorry. Pisceans aren't as cagey as you might think. Ooh. What do we need to know for Pisces? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Ooh. Oh, nice. Hey, Pisces. That's a nice card. Okay. Overall energy cards. Interesting, actually. Death card. Scorpio energy. Some very, very deep change. This probably, and this is my general idea actually for this month, this probably goes back to the Mercury retrograde in May, or even other retrogrades before that. So I don't know when the last one was actually. I think it might have been January 2022, around that time. Either way, this is a kind of an overhaul, a rebirth. I quite like the look of it. Underneath it, and I don't want to ignore that, we've got the Seven of Swords as well. Very interesting energy. And underneath that, we've got the High Priestess, a very Piscean card if I ever saw one. Okay. This little clutch of cards together here is something to do with secrets. If you look at this, the High Priestess is about what is hidden. Okay, and with Pisceans, there's always a lot hidden. There's probably, I would say, an ocean of things on the inside of Pisces that never show on the outside. And you know who you are, Pisces, because I'm one too. So Pisceans are incredibly private and also very open to everybody at the same time, okay? Two fish swimming in opposite directions. There's something about that here. High Priestess is very private. She will give information if you go to the temple or wherever she's residing. She'll give it in a riddle, or she's speaking in tongues or something like that. But she's not broadcasting all the time, not like the High Priest, where he's standing on a lectern and it's like, everybody gather round, I've got the book, I've got the information, I'm going to deliver it to you. No, she's just where she is, and if you come to her, you come to her, and if you don't, she stays there, and it all stays inside. That's you, Pisces, this month, and I think that actually in some ways is a good thing. But what is this? What's going on with this Seven of Swords? Seven of Swords traditionally is the thief card. It's the card of someone taking something from you. So it can be an object, it can be trust, it can be anything. You know, there's a sense of being swiped, of somebody getting away with something, or trying to get away with something, or holding something back, or hiding something. let's have a look at some of the other cards as well. So those three went together. Then I've got the Knight of Wands, which I really like. Fire sign energy, slightly younger energy as well. So you could be dealing here with a fire sign. Some of you, I think you are. And it's a very interesting relationship between a fire sign and Pisces. Others of you may be dealing with an air sign, and I've got no cards at all on the table for it. I just have a hunch about it. But I'm kind of grouping the air signs and the fire signs together here as the Knight of Wands, okay? Because that's just what I'm getting. That's just the nous that I'm getting. And then here we have the Nine of Pentacles, the independence card, the card of making your own money, hanging the stuff in your own garden, doing it for yourself, you know, being really kind of self-sufficient. There's something here, Pisces, about you needing to find your voice. And there's also something about you needing to find out what the story is, I think, in a certain situation. Whether that story is what we would call the truth. I think Pisceans, you know, themselves have an interesting relationship with the truth, because Pisces is the 12th sign containing all the other signs and knows all of the different colours of truth, you know. And sometimes, Pisces, that makes you too tolerant when others aren't being clear, because Pisces doesn't always need people to be clear. But sometimes other people can take that as carte blanche to not be straightforward or tell you the truth about something. Okay, let's have a look at the cards. See where I'm tuned into here. Go like that. Put them all up here a bit. God, I can never get these things straight. Do you find as a Piscean you're just inherently messy? I am. It's like whatever I do, I am inherently messy. Okay. If this was Nicholas Ashberg or Gregory Scott or someone like that, they wouldn't be messy, okay? Those guys are neat. Just saying. I'm a big fan of both of them. I'm a big fan because when they do their tarot readings, their rooms are so tidy. Honestly, I've just got envy. Got tarot tidy envy. That's what it is. I've got this messy cupboard full of just tarot crap everywhere. I've got a lot of interesting decks, but it's very Piscean. Please tell me in the comment section. Make me feel better about being a messy Pisces. Okay. So that is your Page of Wands over here. And then here we've got the three, okay, that came out together. The High Priestess, the Death card, and the Seven of Swords. That is a little story in itself that we're going to come back to, okay? What's going on here? What's behind the scenes? Right. So, the Hermit and the Ten of Swords. The Hermit came out, and it's your opposite sign of Virgo, so it's kind of your opposite card. Your card is the Moon, and then we've got the Hermit. The Hermit came out, and it really wanted to bounce around the table. And I felt like it was quite significant. Let's just have a little drill down onto the Hermit. There it is. It's a very Piscean looking card. All this green and blue, and you know, she's by the sea. And it's got this kind of cosmic feel to it and a secretive cave feel, which I think secretly all Pisceans want to run off and kind of hide in some magical secret cave and have that privacy. That's what I mean. This private time is really there. So for those of you that are in relationship with somebody else in some way, there's a need or a desire to find yourself in a private mode to find out what you need to know. If you can imagine, the Hermit in this mode almost visits the High Priestess in the cave. And I'm getting cave for you a lot. And cave for me kind of represents home and your emotional state, and, you know, like retreating to your cave. A bit like when an animal is ill and they go to a certain place that's kind of dark and safe and no one can reach them. Now, I'm not suggesting you go off to a dark place that no one can reach you, because that's not much fun at all for anyone and not very safe. But what I'm saying is, this is like a mindset. It could be meditation. It could be that there is a special place by the sea or a walk that you go on, because next to it I've got the Ten of Swords. She's going for this walk and releasing these birds. I feel like there's been a bit of a burden on you, Pisces. Mentally. It could be to do with a person or a relationship, is the feeling that I'm getting. And for most Pisceans, things can get quite entrenched before they let them out. Pisces is not the sign of naturally letting things out. You may find that, and let me know again in the comment section, like physically when you get a cold, that doesn't come out very easily, that it all stays sinusy and stuck, you know, and other things that we won't go into because you might be eating. But Pisces is not good at letting things out, and emotions is definitely one of them. I feel like there's some emotions you need to release around a situation here with the Hermit and the Ten of Swords. If you've got the Ten of Swords, there's been some hurt. You know, no doubt about that. The Ten of Swords is a card where somebody has got to you. They've said something, they've done something, you've read something, you've heard something, whatever it is. And it kind of rings home. And also the Ten of Swords is a card of endings and new beginnings and catharsis and surrender, you know. And I feel like you're considering your position with this. You're considering your position with catharsis, surrender, and where you're at. Okay? Down here, this bad boy, we've got the Eight of Swords. Something is binding you, catching you, trapping you, stopping you. And this is a bad thing to do to a fish. It's like, I don't know, fish swim freely. Pisces gets by on movement. You're a mutable water sign, movement and feeling, the feeling of movement. And when you can't, you know, many Pisceans are not globe-trotting travellers. They're not always constantly that energetic. A lot of Pisces are quite low energy, night forces. But the most important thing for a Pisces is that you know you can if you want to. You know you can leave if you want to. You know the door's open if you want to go over there. You know that you have choices. Take those away from Pisces and that's what you end up with. Okay? So be careful this month, Pisces, not to get bogged down by things that take away your choices. Things and people. Okay? For some of you, this may spill over into your work life, and Pisces work life is usually quite interesting. Often a little bit controversial or eccentric, or you've got like 2.5 jobs stitched together, or some kind of weird working pattern or hours or something like that. A lot of Pisceans like to be self-employed. It feels like within relationships and within your career structure, or what you do for a living, or your hobby structure, or whatever it is, you're seeking this death card change, and the universe is seeking it for you, almost whether you like it or not. And at some times of this month, I think you're going to like it, and at other times, maybe not. Okay? And ultimately, it's a change of direction for you, which I think will be really, really positive. Have a look at, there's a woman called Susan Miller who does like a free horoscope on her website each month for each sign. She's talking about some of the, because she's a really good astrologer and I'm not, so just have a look at some of the astrology for what's going on with you at the moment. Because I feel like you're about to come into your own with this. And it's a bit of a lonely process getting there, but on the other side it's a bit... But I'm sure she will explain why about the astrology. Okay? Now, we also have a very interesting little cluster of cards down here. We've got the Eight of Wands with the Two of Cups and the Page of Cups up here. Eight of Wands is a card of communication. So you have your Hermit here, where you spend your quiet time, where you're thinking, where you're alone. And then there's a communication here. So I feel like the Sun moves into Cancer on about the 21st of June. It's a very compatible thing for you, and I feel like you spend quite a lot of June quite quiet and contemplating and watching and thinking, okay? Now, some of you might be involved with a Gemini because they had quite a similar reading to you, just saying. And I am getting air signs and fire signs for you. And then there's this communication. This comes across as a talk, as a conversation, a revelation of some kind to do with this. Finally. Now, if you're very curious as well, this High Priestess is a clue, because you can use your Piscean methods of divination. And being all Pisces here, you know what they are. Pisces have their methods of divination. However weird or wonderful they are, Pisces, use your methods of divination. Okay, so you could use tarot yourself. You could use, dreaming. You could use lucid dreaming in the daytime. Pisceans have got all kinds of tricks up their sleeve. Manifesting. But whatever it is you use, get into full High Priestess mode. Okay? If you need an altar or ritual or whatever you do, do it. And maybe tie it in with the moon cycle. We have got a delish full moon on the 14th. So if there's something you want to release, like these birds up here, about a relationship in particular, that's the time to do it. So have a look. Again, Google the moon cycles and see when the full moon in Sagittarius occurs in your area, because it will be different, obviously, the timing of it all around the world. And then use that to release. And again, it can be something as simple as putting your tarot cards on a window where the moonlight comes through, or moon bathing, or whatever it is, okay, for you, your own individual thing. Release what you need to release around the time of that full moon, and then know that we have a lovely new moon in Cancer on the 29th, I think. Yeah, 29th, Wednesday the 29th. New moon in Cancer is gorgeous for Pisces. This is where you get, and it even says it in my moon diary, where you write your new moon wishes in here, okay? Itchy nose. You can write them down if you want to. It's a good time to journal if you do journaling already, or you can write them on a piece of paper and put them under your pillow. Write the seeds you want to plant about this particular thing, okay? Because you need some more information about this before you can kind of move on with it. There's a love situation in which you are Five of Pentacles, Hermit, out in the cold a little bit. We've got the woman here who's got the key. Just zoom in a bit. She's got the key and she doesn't open the door. She can't open the door for whatever reason. And then this Hermit card. It's just a feeling of separateness and distraction, and that somebody is not fully engaging with you in the way that they should be. But I feel like if you can get through most of June, that as you approach that Cancerian new moon, you get your Eight of Swords, you communicate. You know what you have to say, what you want to say, and there's something to say on both sides, okay? Because we've got the Two of Cups here, Venus in Cancer, this beautiful love card of the Two of Cups. There's something very touching and significant about this card. It's gorgeous. It's a relationship of intertwined people, you know. It's the feeling that we've both got something really special here and I've got something to say. But it doesn't feel particularly easy for you, Pisces. Page of Cups up here. This is an apology often, or like a first text back. You know, where you haven't heard from someone in a while and then they text and it's a small text, like an opener. It's a sort of fledgling offer. That's what I mean. I don't feel in the first half of June that this offer is out there. I feel it's hidden, and there's a lot of stuff about things being hidden. A lot of stuff. What are they hiding? Okay, Pisces, what are you hiding from yourself as well? That's not for all of you, but it's definitely for some of you. Once you release this, which will be done around the time of the full moon, spend some time on your own, even if that's just the time you spend at night or whenever it is, can be in the day, doing the work about releasing this. So doing meditations, release meditations, suppressed emotions meditations, those kinds of things, okay? For whatever is your limit for that kind of thing, because you know yourself, Pisces, you know yourself well. Then there will come a time with the Eight of Wands where there's a conversation, there's a revelation, and we've got the Page of Swords here. So it could be on the internet, over social media, messaging, something like that. Text messages is usually to do with computers and third parties and things like that. By third parties, I mean like social media outlets, like Facebook, Instagram, that kind of thing, YouTube. Okay, it feels like you may get contacted through this rather than directly. And it also feels like some of this whole situation may be playing out online. So it could be with online dating, Facebook something. I don't know. I don't really know how that kind of ties in, but it's there. You know, that, and looking at people's social media, Page of Swords, it's a slight spying card actually, but not in a bad way. It's only a page. Again, if this isn't making you feel good, if it's you that's doing that and it's not making you feel good and it's not adding to your well-being, maybe drop that for a while, because being the Hermit, you're not the Hermit with your phone scrolling Instagram. You know, you're the Hermit concentrating on yourself and your environment. And then up here, we've got the Emperor, divine masculine energy. With the Two of Pentacles, there's a change with divine masculine. There's a change, a juggle, a swap, some kind of upside down, you know, where things get turned upside down. I feel like that is the revelation part of it, okay? I feel like they may have a confession with the Page of Cups. The Emperor becomes the Page of Cups to make a confession, the Eight of Wands, electronically or over a text or something like that, that opens your eyes and you kind of know what you need to know about. Let's have some Romance Angel Oracle cards. In the extended reading, I'm going to look at how they feel about you. I'm going to look at things from the other side, from your person, because it seems quite quiet, that part. I'm going to look at the Seven of Swords and what might be behind the scenes and what we need to know about that, okay? Let's find the Romance Angel Oracle cards. You see, this is it. When you have a messy tarot basket, you're always grovelling about. Okay. One more of these. Yeah, I had to have this one. Okay. This one I had to have, even though I said I was going to do 5 to myself, and then I couldn't resist it, and that's just the way it is. Yes, this is your soulmate from the soulmate card, okay? So let's just put that up here. Okay. First off, we have attraction. You're dealing with a high level of attraction with somebody. This could be a new person, because we also have new love over here, but we'll talk about that in a minute. You could definitely meet someone online, because we've got that Page of Swords. But also, if you're involved in a tricky situation with someone else, you could meet someone else online who's got the hots for you, okay? You know, and in some ways that makes things more complicated, but in some ways it makes them more simple, doesn't it? So we have an attraction, and we have that soulmate possibility over there, okay? We've got new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. I don't necessarily think in all cases that is a new person. I think it's a new love, which is not always the same thing. Now, there's a lot here about trust, and this is your 7 of Swords. This situation is calling for you to have faith, and that's when you're in your kind of hermit mode, when you're taking time for yourself and you're considering things, okay? Alongside this, let go of control issues. This is a dark side to Pisces. Pisces can be controlling. I mean, I feel I can say that. I'm Pisces Sun, I'm Pisces Rising. Okay, I've got Mercury in Pisces as well. I don't know, because Pisces is a very live and let live type sign. You know, wants everyone to have their freedom and their own personal freedom, but at the same time, when under stress, anxiety, or not knowing what's going on, Pisces can want to control things. And that's really normal, actually, for humans. Let go of control issues as much as you can, okay? And then we have love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. There's something coming up here, Pisces, with somebody that may be a bit challenging. I feel like the revelation will be liberating, but just maybe a bit challenging to your trust structure, okay? Let's take an oracle card for you. I think sometimes Pisces simultaneously trusts the entire world and trusts nobody. Again, let me know in the comment section, because I'll be fascinated to know. Okay, so this is when you're in your kind of hermit mode here. We get breathe. Pisces benefits a good deal from holistic practices like, you know, 4-part breathing. Go on, if you know about this, great, just remember to do it. If you don't, go on Google or YouTube and have a look. You know, there's loads of videos. Personally, I like to be guided doing this because I don't know, I get distracted and I'm too lazy. You know, I'm like, breathe, yeah, do it once, and then I get up and have a Twix and a cup of tea. Let someone else guide you through it. Mindful movement is really good. And another one that Pisceans will probably love, and I love this channel, Generation Calm. Some of the best meditation videos are on Generation Calm. Putting it out there, I'm a fangirl. Okay. Interesting. So we get no place like home. You've got your homing instincts. You want to be safe. You want to be in your cave. You want to be home. But you are between worlds. You can't stay the same. Death card comes in and changes things. Okay? Can't stay the same. Interesting. Pisces, I'm going to go and do your extended. The link is the first link in the description box. Do like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Namaste.